Hello guys, and welcome to episode 9 of the Memphis Grizzlies MyGM, and we begin our 10-game recap by taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. We won against them, then on to the Lakers where we lost to them, then to the Bulls and the Mavericks, and we have our matchup here against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So let's hop right into it. Your starting lineup: Marshawn Brooks, Wayne Selden, Kyle Anderson, Triple J, Marc Gasol are your starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. The key matchup here today is Marc Gasol and Steven Adams. 14.5 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and less than 1 assist per game as well. This is going to be an interesting matchup to look at, but let's head down to the court to get tip-off. In their previous matchup, the Thunder walked away with a W against the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are definitely looking for revenge here in this matchup. This is the second of 3 meetings, and tip-off is underway. Sideline inbound pass given to Wayne Selden. Now he's going to dump it down low to Marc Gasol. Backing down Steven Adams, post spin, and he gets that one to go off the glass. 4-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. Heading down the other way now, Marshawn Brooks pushing the pace, trying to get to the rim. Wayne Selden wide open 3-pointer, and that one falls. A quick 7-0 lead for the Grizzlies. OKC now has the ball, and Russell Westbrook is cold. Paul George in the corner of the court passes it up to Westbrook, trying to drive to the lane. Oops it up to Steven Adams, and he gets a nice two-hander to fall. And that is the Thunder first few points on the game. Russell Westbrook coming down the court again. Oops it up to Adams again. Can't finish that one. Westbrook gets it back and puts it up and in. And the game is a 1-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. 15-13 now. The reserves are starting to head into the game. And Marc Gasol has the ball again. Behind the head pass to Selvin Mack, who gets the easy layup to fall there. Fast break attempt for the OKC Thunder. They slow it down. Give it to Westbrook. Baseline. Pull up mid-range. And that one is through the bottom of the net. Although OKC didn't have the best of starts, they have clawed their way back into this game. Getting back onto the action now, the Grizzlies have the ball, and they're going to push it up the court to Chandler Parsons, who gets a tough layup to fall, and that is going to extend their lead just a little bit more. OKC slows the ball down and gets into their offense. Paul George coming off his screen. The pass is not given to him, but instead it's given to the corner. Nader, mid-range pull-up, and that one is money. 26-22 is the score. Selvin Mack up the court. Marco Bellinelli, corner, 3-ball, and that one falls. A good shot for Marco Bellinelli there. An impressive start for the Memphis Grizzlies here at OKC. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Chandler Parsons backing down his defender, not giving up any ground. Parsons decides to fade away, and he'll get that one to go. That is another 2 points for Chandler Parsons, as that is going to end out our first quarter between the Memphis Grizzlies and the OKC Thunder. Resuming action now, and we're going to begin with the Memphis Grizzlies. Duncan Robinson in the corner of the court, being guarded by Raymond Felton. Robinson to the rim. Layup attempt is good, and that is a great take for Robinson as the young rookie gets his first points as a Memphis Grizzlies. OKC now has the ball. That is Patrick Patterson, who gets a pick from Steven Adams. Adams to the rim, guarded by Jakob Poeltl, but still gets the tough layup to go. Grizzlies now have the ball. Robinson coming off a double screen in the corner of the court for a 3-pointer, and that one is through the bottom of the rim. 5 points here for Duncan Robinson, and it's looking like an impressive start for this young man. The Grizzlies back on defense now while the Thunder has the ball. Adams rolling to the rim. Can't get nothing to go there. He decides to kick it back out. Corner, 3-ball. Westbrook, and that one is through the bottom of the rim, and that cuts it down to a 10-point game. After coming off a missed shot, Russell Westbrook pulls up for a mid-range, and that one is through the rim once more. 8-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. OKC with the ball on offense. Russell Westbrook being guarded by Marco Bellinelli. This is not a matchup you want for the Memphis Grizzlies. Straight to the rim. Russell Westbrook is denied by Marshawn Brooks, and that is an amazing blocks to deny 2 points there. Now Westbrook posting up Bellinelli here. They're taking advantage of the mismatch. Marshawn Brooks caught lacking, and Raymond Felton responds with a wide open 3-pointer. The Grizzlies have to get their defensive assignments right if they want to have a good shot at winning this game here today. Corner pass given to Dennis Schroeder. He kicks it back out to Patrick Patterson. Now to Andre Robinson, who gets a pick from Steven Adams. Adams going to roll to the rim, as well as Robinson, who gets the nice layup to go. One-handed finger roll layup for Robinson, and that is 2 points for him. About 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, and the Grizzlies are bringing the ball up court. Marc Gasol with the pick. pass, given to Marc Gasol, who is bumped up by Steven Adams. Rolling to the rim is Marshawn Brooks. Pump fakes back out to Triple J. Three-pointer, and that one is through the bottom of the net. A nice three-pointer for Triple J, and the Grizzlies are starting to head on the road now. Fast break, Memphis Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson, nice layup move, and he gets that layup to go there. 13-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies here in OKC. Back into the post, Marc Gasol backing down Steven Adams. Let's see what he could do here. Post fadeaway, and that one is through the rim. A tough post fadeaway shot from Marc Gasol, and he gets it to go. But resuming action, we have the ball with the Memphis Grizzlies trying to get a fast break point. Wide open three, Marshawn Brooks at the top of the key, and that one is through the net. 61-44, winding down the first half. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Marshawn Brooks driving to the rim, kicks it back out to Marc Gasol for a three-pointer, and that one falls yet again. That is an amazing way to end out the first half with a 20-point lead, and the Grizzlies are looking like a superb team right now. That late run in the first half definitely gave the Grizzlies the edge there. Heading into halftime now, let's check out a couple of the stats. The Grizzlies shooting an amazing 63% compared to the OKC Thunder 40%. And they're winning the boards as well, 24-17, as well in the assist categories. Let's head back onto the game to resume the second half action now, where your score is 64-44. Beginning the third quarter, we have the OKC Thunder coming up court. That is Russell Westbrook, who gets the mid-range to fall, and that is a quick start for number 0 there. OKC with the ball again. Russell Westbrook in the corner of the court gets a pick from Patrick Patterson, decides to pull up for a mid-range jumper, and that one is through the bottom of the rim. OKC trying to dwindle this lead down, but the Memphis Grizzlies are back on offense. Wayne Selden gives a pass to Marshawn Brooks. Now back to Wayne Selden. Pass is tipped. Selden gets the back and goes up with a two-handed dunk for 2 points. Grizzlies back on offense. Coming off the screen is Kyle Anderson being guarded by Russell Westbrook. Anderson trying to get his way to the rim, puts up a layup attempt, and he gets it to go over the aggressive defense by Russell Westbrook. OKC now has the ball pass given to Patrick Patterson. Russell Westbrook, top of the key mid-range, and that one is through the bottom of the net. Grizzlies with the ball now. Wayne Selden dumps it down low to the post to Marc Gasol. Being double teamed back out to Marshawn Brooks right underneath the rim, and that layup attempt is good. 73-52. At the top of the key is Andre Robinson. Gets another pick from Steven Adams, and he is going to roll to the rim again. Gets the pass and puts up a nice little hook layup, and that one is through the bottom of the rim. Marshawn Brooks now to Marc Gasol, backing down Patrick Patterson. This is not a matchup you want for OKC. Spins right off of Patterson, and he gets that layup attempt to fall. The Grizzlies have been applying steady pressure to the OKC Thunder, and the OKC Thunder is trying to fight back as Raymond Felton hits a nice little layup. The reserves are starting to head into the game now for both teams. Coming off the screen, Marshawn Brooks now kicks it out to Duncan Robinson. Down low into the post we go with Chandler Parsons. Backing down Paul George. One-step dribble fadeaway, and that one is through the bottom of the rim. 85-62 is your score here, and the OKC Thunder need to respond if they want to have a shot at winning as well. Coming off a screen, that is good. Three-pointer for the OKC Thunder, and the Grizzlies are back on offense now. They have made 5 more three-pointers than the Thunder, and let's see if we can continue this heading into the fourth quarter. Oop, thrown up to Chandler Parsons. He slams it down with one hand. An amazing alley-oop from Duncan Robinson to Chandler Parsons, and that team chemistry is growing. Thunder back on offense now. Duncan Robinson playing tight defense. They kick it out to Paul George. Chandler Parsons playing close up on him. Paul George to the rim, gets the tough layup to go, and he's looking for a foul call on that play. Game still a huge lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. Coming off a screen is Marco Bellinelli and Chandler Parsons. Chandler Parsons, deep three, and that one cannot go. Rebounded by Jakob Poeltl, and he slams it down with 2 hands for safety, and that is 2 points for Jakob Poeltl. Steven Adams with a mean one-handed dunk over Poeltl, and that is going to cut this game down to a 20-point lead. Dennis Schroeder trying to make his way to the rim. Oops it up to Steven Adams, and he slams it down with one hand. The alley-oops are in full effect here today in Oklahoma. Pick and roll between Selvin Mack and Jakob Poeltl. Mack to the rim, can't find nothing, gets it out back to Jakob Poeltl, to the rim, foul and one. He gets that one to go, and it's a 20-point game again, and that is going to end out the third quarter between the Thunder and the Grizzlies. 21-point lead for them heading into the fourth, and this is definitely looking like a revenge game for the Memphis Grizzlies. Beginning the final quarter of play, and we have the Memphis Grizzlies with the ball on offense. Parsons at the top of the key, guarded by Paul George. Parsons trying to back down Paul George, but his defense is just way too good. Parsons gets it ripped by Paul George, and down the other way we go with Paul George dribbling the ball. Mid-range, step back, Paul George, and that one is through the bottom of the rim. Add 2 points for the Thunder. Grizzlies on a bit of a scoring drought. They haven't scored in the last 2 minutes. Dennis Schroeder, wide open three-pointer, and that one falls, and the Grizzlies have to call a timeout just to settle things down. Coming off of that timeout, the Grizzlies have the ball on offense. Pass given to Chandler Parsons. Now to Duncan Robinson in the corner of the court. Let's see what they'll do here. Pass now given to Jakob Poeltl, guarded by Patrick Patterson. At the top of the key now, Selvin Mack trying to drive to the rim. Back to Poeltl, one-handed dunk, and that is 2 points for the Memphis Grizzlies. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Duncan Robinson is in the game along with Chandler Parsons, Marco Bellinelli, Jakob Poeltl, and Selvin Mack. Parsons trying to get his way to the rim, and he does there as he gets the layup attempt to go there. 178 is the score, and the Thunder have the ball coming up court. Paul George at the top of the key, guarded by Chandler Parsons now, gets a pick and drives straight to the rim for a nice one-handed dunk. One of the best in-game dunkers we have today in the NBA. At the top of the key now, they give it down low to Marc Gasol, backing down the smaller defender there. This is an easy matchup for Gasol as he spins off and gets the layup attempt to fall. With less than 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the OKC chances of winning are getting slimmer and slimmer. Andre Robertson trying to get his way to the rim, kicks it out to Russell Westbrook in the corner, and he gets that three-pointer to fall, and that is going to give them some life and hope. 3 minutes remaining now, 104-93 is the score, and Paul George hits that mid-range, and that is going to cut it down to single digits. The Thunder are gaining a bit of momentum here, and the Grizzlies need to do something about it to stop it. Post spin, too easy of a layup attempt for Marc Gasol, and that is going to increase the lead by 9. At the top of the key, we have Marson Brooks, but the pass is stolen by Paul George. Running towards the rim is Westbrook, but is it blocked from behind by Marson Brooks? And that is a beautiful saving block there by Marson Brooks, and that is going to give the Grizzlies the ball back as they play superb defense and are awarded with the ball on offense. Backing down the smaller defender again is Marc Gasol. He can't get that first layup attempt to go, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. 110-99 is the score with less than a minute remaining in this game. Raymond Felton at the top of the key gets his way all the way down to the paint and will decide to throw up a crazy shot here, fading away, and that one is through the bottom of the rim. Too little, too late, and the Memphis Grizzlies walk out of Oklahoma with a 112-101 victory. This was a great revenge game for the Memphis Grizzlies, and now they look on to their next set of 10 games. This was a special win for the Memphis Grizzlies as this is a potential playoff matchup, and to get a victory against OKC in their own arena, that is huge, and that is making a statement in the Western Conference. Credit the win to the guys coming off the bench. They played superb and helped us win this victory against the OKC Thunder. Defense is another thing we have to give credit to, as Russell Westbrook and Paul George did not play well. Marson Brooks did a very nice job of guarding Russell Westbrook, as well as Kyle Anderson on Paul George. Those guys, although they got their points, weren't too effective and didn't help their team win this game. Not to be forgotten as well, Marc Gasol had 35 points and 12 rebounds. His rebound average has dipped significantly this season, but it's good to see that he can still rebound the ball. Duncan Robinson, the rookie from the Miami Heat that the Grizzlies traded for, showed that he wasn't nervous at all. He played without fear, hit the wide open shots, and was aggressive into getting to the rim. This is the team comparison, and you guys can check out the stats here. We shot 39% from the three-point line, while they shot a lowly 29%. After this game, we did have to send Duncan Robinson back down. We will call him up before the regular season end to get him into the playoffs. I really like playing with this guy, and I think his potential could be greater than a C-. But this is the 10-game recap for the Memphis Grizzlies. We beat OKC, then moving on to the Portland Trail Blazers, we took a W against them as well. It was a high-scoring game, 134 to 128, and we didn't even play overtime, so defense wasn't really a main priority for both teams. Then on to Utah, where it was an opposite scene. 99-93, we walked away with a W, and then we beat the Orlando Magic at home. Then traveling to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Hawks, we got a W against them. Then the Wizards, we ended up beating those guys as well. And to begin our next set of 10 games, we have the Houston Rockets. You guys can see the transaction report now. We re-signed Chandler Parsons and sent down Duncan Robinson. That is the only thing that really happened of importance here. There were also a couple coach firings. I know the Suns fired their head coach, and they also replaced them as well, as it makes obvious sense. Taking a look at the injuries now, you can see the guys who are still hurt and may make an appearance in the playoff if they could get their bodies right before the playoff starts. Now we're going to head over to the top statistical leaders. Most points per game is led by Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. For rebounds, that is still led by Nikola Jokic, with Whiteside right behind him, now playing for the Detroit Pistons, and Rudy Gobert is third place. Assists per game has been led all year long by Chris Paul, with Steph Curry right behind him. Lonzo Ball was up there earlier but has dropped out of the top 5, but LeBron James still remains in that top 5 category. Steals per game, led by Kawhi Leonard and Patrick Beverley, 1 and 2, averaging the same amount of steals. Blocks per game now, we have Joel Embiid and Kristaps Porzingis leading the way, and still having the highest field goal percentage in the league is Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. We didn't really see a lot from him in that OKC game, and hopefully coming off that injury didn't really hinder him or affect his performance as a player. Now taking a look at our team stats here, you can see how much points the guys are averaging. Duncan Robinson, checking out his stats, that when we sent him to the G League, he has the highest 3-point field goal percentage in the G League so far, and so that's good to know that he is a knockdown shooter. Looking at the award races, we have Stephen Curry leading the way. Rookie of the Year is led by Luka Doncic, DeAndre Ayton, and Trae Young. Triple J is in that 4th position. Sixth Man of the Year, Tyreke Evans and Dennis Schroeder leads the way. For Defensive Player, Giannis Antetokounmpo is hurt, but he still leads the way for that category. MIP Most Improved Player, Buddy Hield is your leader. Taking a look at the financial side of things, and after our ticket change or our price change in tickets, we have been seeing an increased amount of revenue, although our attendance have dipped below a couple percentage points. And to end off this video, the Memphis Grizzlies are in the playoffs. Yes, they were out the playoffs a year ago, but have made their way back in it. They are in the 2nd spot in the Western Conference, and the Warriors are the other team who have locked up their position as well. As we wind down the season, more and more teams will start to clinch playoff spots. Only 2 teams so far in the Western Conference have clinched a playoff spot, and no one in the East have yet to done that. But I'm sure probably by 10 games remaining, we will see our brackets start to shape up and form. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.